What is going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Clash of the Jank. We are back over in the competitively viable bracket. This week's matchup is Dark Dragons or Norler's Dragons versus Simorgh Frogs. So, as you can see, here is the Dark Dragon list that we're going to be using. I think I just net decked this from Pizza's Ribbit 1 topping list. So, has just completely copied it card for card. Copy pasted it, downloaded it, pirated it, if you will. I was too lazy to make my own version of this. Plus, there's like not a lot of really needs changed. I think it's pretty much perfect. You're just trying to sack the shit out of your opponent. It's pretty straightforward. So yeah, I mean that's what we're going to be going for. The deck we're facing is this one. This is an idea that I think Ronak was experimenting with a while ago, which was Simorgh Frogs. You have like the darks and the winds. You can play Icarus attack and whatnot. It's kind of interesting. This is not his version card for. I think one of my teammates who's helping me in today's video just made this build last minute right before we played. The return from the different dimensions is a little weird. I don't know if I would be playing that because there's only one way to get it live, even vaguely, which is Simorgh, and even then it's not that great. But other than that, it's pretty cool. The instant fusion is neat as well. And the Mist Valley Soldier is a tuner, gives you access to some cool plays. So hopefully we'll be seeing some of that in the replay. All right, so here I am facing off against one of my teammates who is piloting Simorgh Frog. I am piloting Dark Dragons. I win the RPS, and game one we just go straight for it. We Cold Wave into pitched Special Greffer, into send Norlerus, and then summon the Phantom, pay the 1,000, send everything, and I think we just draw one pass. Yeah. So here, he draws Fader, which can't do anything. Fortunately for me, there was no Treeborn in his hand, so it kind of denies him that setup. I'm just going to go for the Allure into Gold Sark for Future Fusion, probably. And then when we get that, we can have Dark Creator set up. I also decide to just get back the red med here, which I think maybe was a bit premature, because there's nothing we can even do with this red med right now. There's no dragons. If there was a dragon, maybe I could see it. He draws MST, which is really bad, except it can stop the few, so I guess there's that. And I'm kind of drawing redundant, dead, bricky boss monster guys, which is a big issue with this deck that can happen. Anyway, go for the few, but he has the MST to stop it. I have red med drop this. And I think he just quits right here. Yeah. He had a second Fader, so maybe he could have lived one more turn, I guess. But it was not a great situation. Game two. Game two, I forget what happened. We both draw kind of weird hands, actually. His hand's not that weird. I go for Greffer, send Norlerus. My hand really sucks. Like, I can't do anything. So we just gotta chill. We get Caiused. And I think this DD Crow messes me up real bad next turn. Am I thinking of this correctly? Yeah, because I ripped the Future Fusion, which is great. This actually gives us a chance. I make sure to send a 6th Dark so that he can't stop my Dark Creator from being live, because that would suck. Maybe I should have specialed this in defense in hindsight. Yeah, I probably should have. Because my red med gets crowed, and then that kind of screws me over. Whereas here, if I had summoned it in defense, I could have gotten back a red med with the Wyvern, and then you'd have only been able to out one of these with the Caius. So instead I just do nothing, and he ends up adding the Future Fusion with the Caius. I brought in these Vortexes to try and deal with Duplock. I think I sided him out game 3, and that ended up messing me up. Anyway, we can go for Pock, bring back red med. If Pock could hit for damage, I could have gone for game here, but unfortunately we can't. Maybe I should have just Norler's here, but yeah, we had Wyverns to follow it up. I could have maybe just nuked everything in this situation and brought back red med next turn. It seems like not a bad idea. I mean, he could have made an 8 or a level 5 synchro, but yeah, in this situation, he drops the Simorgh and goes for Android, which is going to be able to out my board with the Icarus attack. So I just kind of have to go for card D here and see if I draw something, and I don't. So I think I just scoop here. Could have maybe lived another turn, but unlikely, depending on what he had. Game 3. My hand is a little mediocre. I just go for Grefferson, Necro Gardna. Here I start for Few. Figure if we can get that off, we have a chance. But I run into Dupe, and this could be a big issue because I sided out Vortex, which I probably shouldn't have done. But this deck just plays hardly any outs to Dupe block anyway, inherently. Like, it's just super weak to that. And it's always going to be a problem. Now here, I can play around everything in his deck except for Mirror Force, and I get Mirror Forced. So I decided I think I have to go for it. Which maybe I could have waited, but we get Mirror Forced, so that's pretty much going to be the end of the game. And he has Karma Cut as well to get rid of Dark Creator, and he can make soft Dupe block, which we have no outs for, I think, except Phantom Nuke Everything. Phantom Nuke Everything is like our only chance at this point, but I don't believe we draw it. So we do have Garden to stay alive. Then we get our Future Fusion. So I think we just go for summon 2 of them in end phase. Yeah, that's what we do. He can rise a 1, but he can't out the other one, so we can just like try and wall up. And here I'm just thinking like, all right, I just gotta like try and wait until I can draw Phantom. That's because it's my only chance. But yeah, I think we are dead here to Bryonic Pitch Bounce Everything. So unfortunate. The Sacker deck goes down. So as you can see, Simorgh Frog is going to be moving on to face Christius One in the next round. We've actually, with this match, completed round 1 of Clash of the Jank, at least on this side of the bracket, which is very exciting, very exciting. We're moving along. Anyway, Hopeless Dragon, sorry not sorry, you're going down to the loser's bracket, where you'll hopefully lose again. No pun intended. I just don't like this deck, I'm sorry. It's just an annoying sort of alt-win almost kind of. No one wants to get hand looped, right? And it's not even that good. So, as was demonstrated today, if you play that deck, no salt, no hate intended. But yeah, I hope it loses. This concludes the video. Bye.